Interesting facts about Rhynchocyon petersi. A person who has never encountered proboscis dogs before is unlikely to be able to determine from the first time that this animal belongs to a certain detachment. Despite the fact that the appearance of the animal is rather unusual, it is rarely seen in zoos. The animal is very picky about food and often dies in captivity, does not get used to humans at all, remaining wild, even being raised in captivity from birth. The animal is good at jumping, which saves it from predatory animals and allows it to quickly move around its possessions. At first it seems that it is a rodent, but then the movable proboscis of the animal raises doubts about belonging to rodents. A sharp scent, perhaps, is the only thing that makes him related to a four-legged friend of man. Peter's dog builds about 10 nests in his possessions in order to spend the night in different places each time. Who actually is the proboscis dog Peters? The red-shouldered proboscis dog, named after the German naturalist and zoologist Wilhelm Peters, belongs to the family of mammals called the jumping dog. These animals are common in Africa, and their distinctive features are an elongated movable proboscis, small size, from 10 to 31.5 centimeters, and large eyes uncharacteristic of insectivores. Peter's proboscis dog lives in Africa in the southeastern part of Kenya, in the northeastern part of Tanzania, and on nearby islands, including the Zanzibar archipelago. This animal lives in forests both along the coast and in hilly areas. The rufous-shouldered proboscis is so named because of its color. Its head, shoulders, and belly are rufous, while the rest of its body is black. These animals reach a length of 22 to 30 centimeters and have a long tail, approximately 25 centimeters. A characteristic feature of proboscis dogs is an elongated muzzle, similar to a trunk. Red-shouldered proboscis dogs are diurnal. All the time they spend exclusively on the ground. On their territory at night, proboscis dogs build nests in depressions on the forest floor. These animals feed on insects, mollusks, and sometimes they can feast on small vertebrates. Peter's proboscis dogs are monogamous animals that live with one partner for a long time. Young proboscis dogs, of which females often have no more than 2, leave the nest as early as 2 weeks after birth. These unusual animals live no more than 5 years. It is worth noting that African proboscis dogs are listed in the Red Book as being at risk of becoming endangered. The couple together protect the territory from the encroachments of strangers. At the same time, the male drives the males out of the territory, and the female takes on the fight with other females. This marital obligation and limited. The rest of the time the couple spends apart. Everyone gets their own food and builds a nest. The female also takes care of 1 or 2 cubs alone. Even if you manage to raise a baby from an early age, he still remains wild and does not recognize his master at all. Even zoos don't often risk messing with African jumpers. Among all European menageries, only the zoo in Rotterdam boasts the presence of proboscis dogs. And even then, only a short-eared elephant jumper is present in its exposition. But Peter's proboscis dog can only be seen at the Denver Zoo. Although recently the public's interest in this family has been growing, so these funny bouncy elephants are increasingly becoming residents of zoos. Dear friends, thank you all for subscribing. Thank you for supporting me. Love you.